Hello. So, this bloke at work in the supermarket, and a woman comes up to him and she says, "Excuse me, have you got any broccoli, please?" And he says, "No, madam, I'm afraid not. We've sold out, but there will be a delivery first thing in the morning." Off she goes. 5 minutes later, she comes up to him and she says, "Excuse me, have you got any broccoli, please?" And he said, "No, madam, I've just said we will have a delivery in the morning. We've sold out." Anyway, off she goes. 5 minutes later, for the third time, she comes back and she says, "Excuse me, just wondered, I can't find any, but have you got any broccoli, please?" And he said, "No, madam, we have sold out. However, we will be getting a delivery bright and early in the morning, so come back then." 10 minutes goes by. He turns round, that same woman's there. And she says, "Excuse me, I wonder if you could help me." And he says, "Yes, madam." She said, "I've looked all over the store. I've looked everywhere. I cannot find any broccoli. Do you have any?" And he said, "Madam, can you spell cat as in catastrophe?" And she said, "Yeah, C-A-T." He said, "Can you spell dog as in dogmatic?" And she said, D-O-G. He said, "Can you spell fuck as in broccoli?" She said, "There is no fucking broccoli." He said, "That's what I've been fucking telling you." The bloody hell's that? What on earth is going on? Look at that. Litter everywhere. Hello. Seems that the trees are naked. Look. They've lost their leaves. Bird, come on, love. Good boy. There's a good boy. Thank you for coming back. Come here. Right, down. Yeah, seems like the trees are naked now. It's glorious though. Just have a look. Bit more wind and away they go, I reckon. So, look beautiful and glorious. Okay, so I'm making this video not to have a go at anybody. I'm making this video to empty my head as I normally do, and also just to what's the word I'm thinking of? Just to can't think of the bloody word. Anyway, it's when you push the thought on a little bit more. Just to... Anyway, you probably know. You know what I'm on about. More than I do. Clearly. So, thank you very much for all the comments underneath the video that I made called Panic Attack. It's really appreciated, and I'm amazed how many people are going through the same or similar, or have a good understanding of what is going on and why. And I got messages from people saying I got a family member, or this has been happening to me, or I'm concerned about that, or this, or something else, you know. Open up lots and lots of communication and conversation between lots of people. Kind of lime green in places where there are leaves. That bloody dog licking away. Please, Bode. Bode, please! Look at you! You hate it! And yet you must do it. So yeah, thank you all, and I mean all, every single one of you, including the 3 people who all said very nearly the same thing. Now, 2 of these people I've kind of known for a long time. They've been watching my videos for a long time. They comment sometimes. They're always positive and always, I just love to hear from them. They're nice people, okay? So it's not me getting at anybody. It's literally me diving into a particular thought and emptying my head, as I said. So lots was said on the back of that video, and 3 people said about the same sort of thing. They said kind of, Bri, you've got a fear of death, that's why you're having panic attacks, or words to that effect, maybe more in depth than that. But the crux of it is, they said you've got a fear of death, which is all well and good. Thank you for your thoughts and opinions and your comments and everything else. I don't have a fear of death. I have a fear of life ending. I have a fear of losing this life, the life that I've got, that I've created. I have a fear of no more, because it's all we know, isn't it? Is this life. So I have a fear of no longer having this, what I know, the familiar. Call it life, call it whatever. It's my essence, my energy on this world. I have not a fear of losing that really, but it's going to be a shame when it goes, of course, for me, because I get no more. So I made peace with death a long time ago. I don't want to die, and when people say you have a fear of death, who doesn't? Who doesn't? I have a fear of certain elements of death, but I made peace with death a long time ago, same as I made peace with life. Living life can sometimes be quite difficult to get your head round. Dealing with death can sometimes be quite difficult to get your head round. So no, I think you're wrong really when you say that I have a fear of death. Yeah, I have a, Bo, please don't lick, not a fear. Certain elements I do worry, and I'm concerned that, I may go out in agony, not being able to breathe. No, come on, get down. Come on, hey, get! Don't you jump up. People always say, oh, it's all right, I don't mind, it's fine. It's not fine if I tell him not to jump. Yeah, I do have a fear of not being able to breathe. I was locked in a car boot when I was a little boy. I was about maybe 7, 8, 9. Locked in a car boot by my brother, and he left me for far too long, and I panicked and couldn't breathe, or thought, or convinced myself I couldn't breathe. I have a phobia and a fear of things around my face. So much so that after surgery, when I woke up, the second I woke up, they tried to get this mask on me, and no way, I was fighting. And I said, take it off, get the fucking thing away, and I was pushing it away. And the woman, the nurse, lovely woman, she said, your sats are very low, we need it. I said, fuck you, I was all over the place and I was drugged and everything else, so she'd have to forgive me, but she knew that, and we become friends after. So yeah, lovely colours. Look at these lovely, glorious yellows in here. Oh, there's a dog who licks. I'm telling everybody you're a licky dog, aren't you? I love you, but I wish you wouldn't lick. Anyway, I pushed this thing away. I said, I can't have a mask on. And then somebody else came over, and because she tried about 4 times. And he said, no, leave it. Give him a nasal cannula. because I can have the oxygen up my nose, I'm absolutely fine with that, and I've had that again and again and again, but I can't have, I over panic, I can't have it. So yeah, the elements of death, as far as I'm concerned, if I couldn't breathe, then yeah, I'm scared of that element of death. If I died in absolute agony, the pain was excruciating, yeah, I'm kind of not in fear of it, but I'm certainly not bloody looking forward to it. However, because I've made my peace with death, I have looked into it a little bit, and as far as we know, and what happens is, because your body knows it's dying, and that's why you stop eating, you stop drinking, you don't go to the toilet, you sleep a hell of a lot, and your body starts to close down. And what happens is, all the chemicals and the bits and bobs in your bloodstream, they act in certain ways that you no longer feel pain, but you feel a sense of euphoria, Bodhi, of a bit like tripping, if you ever tripped. I haven't, obviously. So that part is amazing, and I'm looking forward to it. I should be shouting "Voddy for the body." My friend Marion, well, that's a different story. Anyway, so yeah, of course, I mean, to say I've got a fear of death, I don't know anything about death. I've never died, so I can't tell you how I feel about it, really. When people, not that you were, but when people point the finger, it's worth remembering that 3 fingers are pointing back at them. So what they're saying sometimes, not that these people did, perhaps, and what they're saying is, it's a reflection on me, really. You know, you have a fear of dying, Bri, and what they mean is, I have a fear of dying, and let's have a conversation about it, you know. Anyway, I'll turn you off for a sec, because somebody come in with a couple of dogs. I'll be back in a sec. Can you tell me why dogs go deaf? Woman there with her dog, I don't know whether the dog was nervous or a bit aggressive, I don't know, but she stood sort of trying to protect the dog, and I went to get his lead, and of course he ran off straight to the dog. So I'm shouting, "Bodhi, come here, come here, come here," like that, totally deaf. And I said to her, "Why did dogs go bloody deaf?" Anyway, she just laughed, but she looked a bit awkward with her dog, but her dog was fine. So I walked towards the pair of them and I said, "Get here now," like that, and he sort of jumped and came to me. Thought, "Oh, I've pissed Dad off." I am in a t-shirt today, and I'm not sure the date at the moment, 22nd I believe, of Mr. Licky. Yeah, 22nd of Mr. Licky of November, and I'm in a t-shirt. I'm hot. Have a quick look around. Want to get my breath. Yeah, to say, well, number one, nobody really knows me and my thoughts surrounding death, do they? Not really. So to say, "Bro, you've got a fear of death," is a bit unfounded, really, you know, because you don't know. I've dealt with a number of deaths, or perhaps dealt with, been through, seen, witnessed, experienced a number of deaths, same as everybody else. Sadly, including 2 or 3, actually more than that, about 6 of my friends, and some younger friends as well, 17, 27, 33, just off the top of my head, 17, 27, 33, different ages, but you know, including, I had a girlfriend that died, my mum died, another family member. So, you know, it's, you know, I understand a little bit about death. Only as much as anybody else. But no, I wouldn't say I'm afraid of death. I am not in fear. I don't want death to come. Who does? I want to carry on living life. Who doesn't? So, you know, I'd have to put that over to you. Are you in fear of your, pardon me, your impending doom? I don't know. Maybe you are, maybe you're not. Who knows? But it's just me emptying my head. I do thank you all the same. I might not agree, but then it doesn't matter, does it? We are humans with our own minds. So I was wondering, do three people think I have a fear of death? Because when I have a panic attack, I do feel like I'm dying. I really feel like I'm dying. But it's not a fear of dying, it's the fear of losing life, you know, if that makes any sense. I suppose they're the same thing in many respects, but it's not. Yeah, it's difficult to explain. When I go through a panic attack, I can't hold a single thought, not really, in my head. It's very, very difficult. All I know is the physical and the mental pain is something that I wouldn't wish on anyone. And, oh God, I feel awful and I feel like I am going to die. I can't breathe, my heart is going to burst out my chest, my head's going to explode as well, and lots of other things. So it's the worst death you could ever imagine. My death, I just want my death the same as you want yours, and that's quick and simple, easy and peaceful. I think you can sometimes have a peaceful death. I think the point of death is peaceful for most people, again because the endorphins and the chemicals released within the system and stuff like that. My dear old mum, this is personal, but my dear old mum was very, very ill, seriously ill, and she was in hospital, and we were all visiting as often as possible. I mean, every single day she had people there with her, and over a 5-day period she got worse and worse and worse, and she lost the power of speech, sadly. She was profoundly deaf anyway, my mum, but she lost speech, and then all she could do was write things like "I'm in pain" or whatever. And then she lost the ability even to do that, even to hold a pen. It was awful, and as you can imagine. And what happened in these 5 days was she was wide awake, but every now and then she would go to sleep just for a second, like that, and she'd go, "Christ," and she'd wake up like that, and she'd look around and think, "Is this real? What's happening?" You know, like that, because she thought she was dead, quite clearly. I mean, I didn't speak to her about it, but it was obvious. Got a beautiful path there. Let's follow that one. That's nice. Wonderful. Right, Licky, come on. But eventually, after the 5th day, she fell asleep, and in minutes she was gone. But when she fell asleep, her face changed, she relaxed, and she looked calm, she looked at peace. I think we do go into a place of peace, all of us. Now, do I want to believe that, or is it fact? I don't know, because I've never been there. I can't tell you anything about death because I've never experienced it. So when my time comes, will I be afraid of it? Don't know. Will I embrace it? Well, don't know, but it all depends on what the bloody hell was going on in my life at the time. But anyway, let's not talk about death. Should we talk about something nice? Because death isn't nice, is it? Death is so final. When somebody dies, we lose so much. doesn't matter who, we lose so much. We want another conversation, we want another hug. We want to share our life with that person. We feel that part of us has died along with that person. We question our own mortality. We are filled with dread and worry, and we fret a little bit. Did that person suffer? Is that person okay? Is there such a thing as heaven and hell? Will that person be alright now, living in eternal whatever? So we're full of questions and thoughts because we don't know. We just don't know. Until it's our turn, then we don't know. And why would we? So I wish you, me, everybody else a peaceful death. Anyway, so I've just been to the post office and I posted 3 books to my lovely friend in America, so they're on their way to you. That's to Peg. And the woman who didn't serve me, I got served by a woman and then another woman was stood there. She said, wow, she said, you look like Joe. She said, my best mate is from Liverpool and his name's Joe. And she said, you look exactly the same, you dress the same, you look the same and everything. I said, well, maybe I am Joe, you know, and she laughed. And I said, maybe I'm so grey that, you know, I look like a lot of people. She said, oh, you're far from grey. She said, same as Joe. You know, he stands out in the crowd. I think she fancied me. Anyway, so, yeah, I got served and my parcels are winging their way to America, which is good. And then I said, thanks and ladies, take care. And I said, say hello to Joe for me. And she smiled and nodded, bless her. That was nice, a nice little interaction, sometimes it's nice. Right, well, we'll be seeing my garden, my transformation of my front garden. If you haven't already seen it, then you will see it in the next day or two. I'll probably lie in, it could be a week or two, who knows. But you will see it at some stage. I'm really, really chuffed. The way it's turned out is, for me, it's absolutely amazing. I'm loving it. But I won't tell you any more in case you haven't seen a video. Then, yeah, we can... Bodhi, please, my love, please, you're disgusting. What's wrong with you? Right, sit down, sit. Now, dogs are supposed to do what their owners require. They're supposed to please their owners. You do not please me. Sit, sit. You do not please me by licking dog's piss, okay? Come on. As him told. He'll lick in about 5 seconds. 4, 3. He's come back. Hiya, darling. Anyway, if you can get outside, get outside. I know I've said that before, once or twice. I may have also said life is good and good gets better. And I may have said many other things. I will finish this video by telling you that my books are still on sale on eBay. I'm really pleased with the feedback that I'm getting on my poetry book. Now, just to end this, I will explain. If you go to eBay, Ishi Art on eBay, you find the poetry book and you have a look at the listing. You have a look right at the very bottom of the listing. It's not in feedback or whatever, it's just of the listing itself. There are some reviews. Go and have a read. Even if you're not going to buy the book, go and have a read. Give yourself a few smirks. You might even make your knickers damp. Oh, spit your Slurpee out. It's all good. Okay, I'm going to love you and leave you. And we're still going to bimble on for a little while under these glorious leaves on this relatively warm day. And we'll see you on the garden video shortly-ish, hopefully shortly-ish. Okay. Take good care. That was a stone. I didn't shit myself, by the way. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And we'll be back another day, no doubt. Try and be beautiful. Take care then. Be well.